today have demonstrated their ability and desire and have earned membership in the Byram Middle School Band. Today, they will demonstrate what's been learned up to this point in their brief but successful musical careers. After learning how to take the instrument out of the case and assemble them, they finally got to do what they've been wanting to do for a very long time: produce the first sound on their instrument. And if you remember, parents, it kind of sounded something like this. You know what I mean, right? It was obvious that this band had some challenges facing them for the next few days. However, after some work, in the next few weeks, we, the band directors, patiently worked with the band until they all could produce their first note. Now, they sounded a little bit like this. Quite an improvement, but they needed just a little more work before they were ready for this performance. Producing that first note allowed them to proceed to the first music lessons where they actually learned to count while they played. This is necessary for the band to perform together. The band had a little different rhythm or a beat to those first few notes, and it began to take on a new sound. Now this may be more interesting than the first note, but it's still not a complete tune that anyone would go around whistling all day. So the band added a couple of other notes and then discovered they could start playing some recognizable tunes. This might have been that moment when you at home for the first time felt that music lessons were starting to pay off. This is what they sounded like at school that day. Now, we won't bore you with all the mechanics of the next few weeks, but as band members begin to complete these musical lessons, everyone here was convinced this would be one of the best sixth grade bands ever. Here are a couple of other little tunes the band has been working on. So the band's come a long way since August, don't you think? How do you think they did? Now, of course, support is vital at home if these students are going to complete and continue to grow as musicians. Your interest in these students can make all the difference in the world. We're pleased with the progress of the band, and we'd like to now present to you some music a little more reflective of the holiday season. So, as you were listening to this the music, you realize that everybody kind of played the same note and it's really short, so we add some duration. So these next couple of tunes deal with longer melodies that work, that are reflective of the season. So we are fortunate enough here at Byram Middle School to have 3 separate classrooms to teach, and with the availability of Mr. Sweat and Ms. White, the high school directors, we are able to centralize our teaching and keep our student-teacher ratio very low, which maximizes learning from the students. So this next little tune, which is based on a theme of Good King Wenceslas, features the different sections, because when we teach during the day, we'll teach a clarinet class, and we'll teach a flute class, we'll teach a trumpet class, we'll teach a low brass class, we'll teach a percussion class, and saxophones, okay? So this little tune will be everyone playing and then featuring the different families between woodwinds, brass, and percussion. So this is a little variation on Good King Wenceslas. So that featured the woodwinds, which were the flutes and the clarinet and the saxes. Then the brass, the trumpets, trombones, baritones, tuba, percussion, and everyone. Now, that was still just unison. Everybody kind of playing the same note. As we've learned more, we start learning that we know music deals with melody and harmony. So this is another presentation by the band that actually deals with, this is the first time they started understanding that there are split parts, that we can layer music a little deep. So this, once again, is Jolly Old St. Nicholas. So our final two selections for you this afternoon are, as the band has now progressed, we're able to play complete pieces of music. Okay, and we will continue that starting in January. This first tune is the old traditional favorite, Jingle Bells. So, before we play our final presentation this afternoon, I want to remind parents, if you have checked your students out and you plan to take them afterwards, we're going to take them from here back into the band room, and then we'll dismiss them from the band room door. I believe you will probably have visitor signs. Just let me know what that student is, and we'll get them out so it's not like a mad dash of everything, okay? I promise you we'll make it very organized. So this will be our last presentation today. This will be up on the housetop. Click, click, click.